Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Monday, August 31st, last day of August.
I know. Could you believe it? September, there's a little chill in the air.
There is a little chill. I like that. I'm Tori. I'm here with Jeff.
Did you even listen at all to what I said?
100%. I was thinking of the leaves crackling and how excited I am. I really was.
Way to kick off Monday.
And Brandon is joining us from home. Brandon, how are you? Do you feel the chill in the air?
Yeah, it was about 60 degrees here in New Jersey when I woke up. But Jeff, it's still August 31st. I don't hear you talking about anything about pumpkin spice lattes right now.
Thank you.
Brandon, I'm not going to lie. That was in the back of my mind. I didn't put it out there. You know me too well.
They're disgusting. We'll go there in another day.
Wow.
All right. We have to start the day, as someone already posted, Wakanda Forever. We're going to start today talking about actor Chadwick Boseman. It was just such a shock when the news came out on Friday that he had died after a 4-year battle with colon cancer. He was just 43 years old. A tweet from Chadwick's account of his family announcing his death and honoring his life quickly became the most liked tweet ever in history. Chadwick was known for bringing some of the biggest black icons to life on the big screen, including Jackie Robinson in the movie 42, James Brown in Get On Up, and a young Thurgood Marshall, the Supreme Court Justice in the biopic Marshall. But Chadwick was most well known for playing King T'Challa in the movie Black Panther, a role he says was the honor of his career. During his 4-year private cancer battle, Chadwick visited kids at the St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Tennessee. The hospital tweeted this, saying, 2 years ago, Chadwick visited and brought with him not only toys for our patients, but joy, courage, and inspiration. Meantime, this is going to get me. Kids all over the nation are mourning the loss of their favorite superhero. Many are holding memorials for their role model, with parents posting pictures showing kids paying tribute. Finally, you've got to hear Chadwick's own powerful message to Howard University, his own alum, his school student, alma mater, his students at his 2018 commencement speech. Take a look.
Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When I dare to challenge the system that would relegate us to victims and stereotypes with no clear historical backgrounds, no hopes or talents, when I questioned that method of portrayal, a different path opened up for me. The path to my destiny.
And ask Brandon, how did you feel when you saw, when I saw Wonder Woman portrayed, I saw a female superhero, I cried in the theater. What was it like to see a king, a warrior, the lead, make $1.3 billion in Black Panther for you?
It was a blessing, Tori, because if you think about it, my mother, my grandparents, they talk about our ancestry going back to Africa, where black men and women, we were kings and queens back then. So to see that represented in such a positive manner and see it blow up and become this global phenomenon and such a great movie, it was a blessing to see that. My heart really aches when it comes to when we're talking about what these kids are going through now and how they're grieving, seeing that the Black Panther died. Because remember when I went to the Children's Hospital when we shot the segment with my sister about how we beat cancer, or how she beat cancer, and I'm walking through these hallways and I'm going into these rooms with these kids, and they're making me feel like I'm some sort of superstar, superhero. So imagine how they felt and how he felt going into those rooms with those kids. And I just want those kids to know that the man who played that superhero may have died, but we're still here on that fight with you all. And I hope every kid out there beats cancer.
I agree. Wakanda Forever means forever. Just as you were saying this, Jeff, I'll get your take, but I want to play you something about him visiting kids with cancer and following up with them and knowing he had cancer this whole time and not told anyone. Take a look.
There are two little kids, Ian and Taylor. Throughout our filming, I was communicating with them, knowing that they were both terminal. What they said to me and their parents said, they're trying to hold on till this movie comes. And when I found out that it means a lot.
Jeff, what do you think about that?
Well, it's sad, Tori. I mean, the whole thing is sad. He's a superhero on camera, but he's a superhero in real life. Those aren't fake emotions. What he does for those children while he's going through his whole thing, he has cancer himself. He's giving a positive motivational speech at Howard University for other people instead of worrying about himself. I feel like people in today's age is always the victim. He didn't play the victim at all. In fact, he did the complete opposite and hid it from everybody and still went on with his life. He was an inspiration, like I said, on and off screen. Everyone wrote him on social media about this post because what's wrong with you? Why are you so? He was going through his own thing. You never know what somebody's going through. And in the midst of it all, he had the inspiration and passion to inspire other people. What an incredible human that we lost. He is not on this planet right now, but he will forever be an inspiration.
I completely agree with you. I'm coming from everyone has their own reason for loving Chadwick Boseman. For me right now, I grew up with a lot of chronically ill pain in my life. And I first just want to put on the screen so you see it. These are some colorectal symptoms and sources we're going to have for you because let's get to talking about this. Let's normalize this. I have a friend who lost her husband at 40 from this, and she has twins, okay? This means a lot to someone, to everyone out there. So here are some places you can go. If you're, let's just say your bowel movements change or you feel like something's wrong, don't be embarrassed. Please go to the doctor and please take a screenshot of this so you know who to call. It's happening to people who are younger and younger and younger, especially in the Black community. Just really quickly, I just want to say, having all of that pain every day, and when I mean pain, I mean everywhere you go, you're nauseous. There are sharp pains, there are aches, there are dull pains, you have a headache. Not telling anyone, including Ryan Coogler, your director of Black Panther, that you have all this, to then go visit people in St. Jude's who have this and not tell them. That amount of sacrifice is so immeasurable that I cannot explain to you what it means, because he didn't want them to know that he was weak at all. And I just want you to know that he will live on forever. And for all those kids out there, Wakanda forever means forever. I really mean that. Whew. All right, before we go to break, sorry, that's difficult, huh?
Yeah.
We have some heart-stopping video, and it's a parent's worst nightmare. A warning to our viewers, this video is a little disturbing, although everyone is perfectly safe. A young girl was swept into the air after her stomach got tangled in the tail of a long kite. This is in Taiwan. She was thrown in the air for more than 30 seconds. Finally, the kite flew low enough for the folks on the ground to then grab her. She only had minor scrapes and was taken to the hospital, but we are so happy to report she was otherwise unharmed. Jeff, that's like your worst nightmare as a father. Oh my God.
You know, it's one of those things that you could, I mean, not laugh at or almost marvel at afterwards.
Crazy, right?
If that was my kid up there, what do you do? I don't know how long that kid was up there.
30
but
seconds.
30 seconds. Their parent, that must have felt like 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
When you're a parent
Yes.
on the ground, right?
Yes.
And look at everyone with their phones out.
I know.
Where are we? Why are people running underneath of where she is, like right there? People are worried about getting their phones out and getting a good snapshot of this little girl, perhaps plummeting to her death. Ugh. Luckily, nothing happened. You know what I mean? So we could talk about it. You know. But
Brandon,
wow.
what would you do if you saw your niece like that? I mean, you run over. You don't think about your phone, right?
Nah, not at all. And we've seen some great catches in the sports world. I mean, the immaculate reception, David Tyree with the helmet catch,
Larry Fitzgerald,
and the Super Bowl that I won with the New York Giants. Larry Fitzgerald, but they don't compare to this catch. This man or this woman needs to be able to throw the first pitch out at whatever game, have season tickets to whatever football game out there, or even sign up and play for the Dallas Cowboys because, I mean, great catch.
Brandon's shown his New York bias right there. I give it to you, but you can't call out the immaculate reception, Brandon. Now, that was the best catch of all time.
Oh, you did. You called it, no?
No, that was a totally
Yeah, I did
different...
call it. I called it immaculate reception.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Look at bad on me. Way to start the week off with an error.
Brandon, don't go away.
Wrong sport.
My favorite time coming up on DBL, our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, kicks off another week of answering COVID-19 questions. Plus, she's going to help put colon cancer into perspective in the wake of Chadwick Boseman's shocking death. Really, you don't want to miss this segment. It could save your life. Then later, the biggest winners from the MTV Video Music Awards and how the show dealt with the ongoing pandemic. And most of our coworkers are still responsibly working from home. We thank each and every one of them. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. We're going to continue talking about Chadwick Boseman's surprising death from colon cancer. There's so many of you asking, how does it happen to someone so young, only 43 years old? Dr. Payal Kohli, thank the Lord, joins us live. Dr. Kohli has helped us navigate the pandemic for the past several months, but now Chadwick's death is shining a light on a type of cancer that many Americans know little about, and Jeff, may I add, are a little embarrassed to talk about. It's hard to say, but I want that to normalize. So what should our viewers know about colon cancer, and can you talk about the risk for just the average American?
I'm so glad we're having this discussion, Tori, because colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States. And every 1 out of 23 males is going to catch colon cancer in his lifetime, and 1 out of 25 females. That's staggering. So if you think about 25 people that you know, 1 of them will get colon cancer. And as you pointed out, many of us are embarrassed to think about it, embarrassed to talk about it, and some of us have the perception that it's only a disease of old people. And what we're seeing is actually more and more deaths occurring in younger people. There are a lot of risk factors that are modifiable, so it's really important to understand what those are. So let's talk about those. So obesity, sedentary lifestyle, diabetes, smoking, eating red meat or processed meat, those are all risk factors that are within our control to modify our risk. Of course, there are risk factors like family history and such that are less modifiable, as well as our age, but it's important to know these. And finally, I want to make one last point, which is that Chadwick Boseman, who's Black, has a higher risk not just of getting colon cancer by 20%, but a 40% higher risk of dying from colon cancer because it's often detected later in the African American population.
Wow.
Doc, could you tell us more about getting screened for colon cancer, and when should people get tested, at like what age, I'm saying?
It's a great question, Jeff, because early detection is the difference between life and death. So if you detect it early, it's got a 94% survival. If you detect it late, it's only a 20% survival. Wow. So what the American Cancer Society is recommending is starting to screen people at age 45 if you have average risk. However, if you have a family history like Chadwick Boseman's family, then you actually want to either start screening at age 40 or 10 years before your family member was diagnosed. So in Chadwick's case, that would be at the age of 29 for his family members.
Now, talk about uncomfortable. I know we wanted to switch gears to the pandemic, but I kind of want to keep it here because I think it's important. Is this the same thing? I mean, let's just be adults here. Is this the same kind of examination where you have to go?
The colonoscopy.
The colonoscopy, right. I'm trying to keep it PG here, Doc.
Yes. Yeah, so there's 2 ways to get screened, Jeff, and they both have complementary roles. So colonoscopy is one. That's where you have to drink that horrible stuff to make you have diarrhea, clean out your colon, and they actually put a camera in the colon, the rectum, to take a look inside. That is the gold standard for testing, the best way to get tested. The second thing that they recommend doing in between your colonoscopies, which usually occur every 5 to 10 years, is to take a little stool sample, put it on a card, and check to see if you have blood in it, because a lot of colon cancers can cause blood to be in the stool.
And to just be super honest with you, if you notice, I know this is not going to be as PG as you want, but Katie Couric did a colonoscopy live on air because her husband died of colon cancer. To normalize this, if you are having different color stool, different types of stool, I know that's not normalized on TV, but we're going to say it.
No, because you have to have the conversation.
You do. Make sure that you talk to your doctor about it, that you're not embarrassed about it, because it's a, as she said, 94% survival rate.
And Al and I talked about it on the show as well. Like, we're going to go together and make it a thing.
That's
like
fantastic.
Tom Hanks and all those guys get together, Marty Short, and they all get together every year, and they have like the margaritas, and they get their colon checked.
That's amazing.
They make a little colon party out of it.
Colon party. Thank you so much for honestly normalizing this. Thanks for your facts. We know I'm watching right now, and a lot of you are writing in that you have family members, and we're thinking of you. Thanks, Doc. We'll be right back.
Lady.
love that song, but I love the two of them together and their effort. Welcome back to DBL. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande brought the house down with their performance of Rain on Me at the 2020 VMAs last night. We'll get to that in a bit, but first, the virtual award show opened on a very somber note. Host Keke Palmer dedicated the show to Chadwick Boseman, who died on Friday of colon cancer. She called him a true hero both on and off screen. The Weeknd kicked off things literally with a bang, performing his hit Blinding Lights, which I love, by the way.
Great song.
Great song.
80s vibe.
80s, kind of the Killers vibe, on a rooftop in New York City. It was really rad. And then he had these fireworks going off. Oh, he later won for Best R&B Video. In his speech, he simply demanded justice for Breonna Taylor and Jacob Blake. Lady Gaga was the big winner, taking home 5 awards, including Song of the Year for Rain on Me. And Taylor Swift became the first solo female to win Best Director for, ironically, the song The Man.
It is ironic, don't you think? It is.
It's like a fly in your Chardonnay.
No, it's a little deeper than that, I think.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't like it.
You don't like that she won?
I don't like it, Brandon. I don't like it.
Why don't you like that she won? Wait, hold on.
Because she's calling out jerk men.
Yeah.
And that's offensive to people who try to be kind to women, right?
That means you're not a jerk man.
I don't open my legs on the subway and stuff. You win awards for putting other people down?
She's not talking to you then. She's talking to the people that do this.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So if I say something about women, I'm not talking about you, Tori. I'm just talking about some other women.
That's fine as long as
I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't think so.
There's going to be a fight in the yard after. All right, what's going on?
Now you want to bring violence into this? Brandon, what's going on?
Brandon, did you enjoy the VMAs? Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you two what's going on right now, but look, I enjoyed it because of the production aspect of it. It's kind of like the RNC and the DNC, how some of it's live and then some of it's taped. Tori, you mentioned the Weeknd's performance. That's there at Hudson Yards. It's an iconic tourist destination where everyone takes their little Instagram pictures and all in New York City. So I love the fact that they're kind of showing this is like a prototype, I believe, going forward as we continue to reopen America. I feel like these award shows, festivals, they're going to take and copy these type of productions.
Yeah, I was surprised by it.
We should have went to Brandon first because
definitely should.
I was just picking a fight because I had no idea what we were talking about. I thought the awards were stupid, and
I gotta be honest,
I'd rather fight with you.
I enjoy it just as much. All right, we'll see you later. We'll be right back with DBL Deal Blast. Get ready. I'd rather fight.
Promotional consideration.
My tooth hurts. Oh, maybe it's because of these sweet, sweet deals. It's the cavity.
Way to stick to the script.
Earlier, Steph showed me some amazing products at even better prices. Here's this week's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. Stephanie Jones, what do you have for us today?
So first up, I've got this 3-pack Ronda Sheer double layer seamless bra. So it's really soft. It's got a 4-way stretch, which means you're going to be comfortable day or night. Now, normally in this pack, it's $72, but we've got them all 3 for $29. So that means you're saving 60%. Next, I've got the perfect solution for charging your electronics with ease. So this is the 2-pack Extreme Power. You can charge your smartphone vertically or horizontally.
That's
and it's
smart.
conveniently positioned. It also has got 2 USB devices outputs for charging your devices that aren't wireless. Normally, this is $60, Tori, but we've got it for our viewers for only $15, which means you're saving 75%. We all want a bright smile, and this is how you're gonna get it with the Pure Sonic S520 Sonic toothbrush. Now it comes with 12 different brush heads, and it features 3 different speeds here. It comes with 3 years of brush heads. Whoa. 3 years worth. Now normally that's $90, but we've got it for only $39, which means you're saving 57%. Now, Tori, with everything that's going on in the world today, I've got a must-have item to help sanitize your everyday essentials and keep everything as clean as possible. It's this, the Gabba Goods phone and accessory UV light sanitizer box. So it's a multifunctional disinfecting box, and it uses ultraviolet rays to kill germs and bacteria. So this sanitizer provides up to 99% of sterilization within 5 minutes.
Whoa.
Normally this is $100, and we've got it for only $29, which means you're saving 71%.
All right, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone.
Return your shopping cart, you're just a better person.
I know, but you're not talking about me because I am someone that returns my shopping cart.
That was planned.
That was planned. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.